In the headlines, police arrest 3 suspects, recover 20 corpses from Edo Shrine. Lagos extends Okada ban to 4 more local governments. 7 family members die from suspected food poisoning in Zamfara community. And on the foreign scene, death toll from Algeria wildfires rises to 38. Hello and welcome to the news update on Trust Television. I am Nten Ekbang. And on the news in full, the police in Edo State have arrested 3 male suspects while busting a ritual shrine along Asoro Slope off Ekenhua Road, Uzebu Quarters in Benin. Deputy Police Public Relations Officer in the state, Jennifer Iwegbu, disclosed the arrest in a statement on Thursday, saying operatives acted on information from members of the public. She said operatives of Edo State Police Command also recovered 20 corpses from the shrine during the operation. 2 of the suspects, Chimobi Okowo and Oko Samuel, are from Afikpo in Ebonyi State. According to the deputy police spokesperson, the 20 recovered corpses include 15 males, 3 females, and 2 children. Reacting to the arrest, Edo State Commissioner of Police Abutu Yaro directed the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of the State Criminal Investigation Department (SCID) to carry out a discreet investigation to unravel the circumstances surrounding the discovered corpses. And in continuation of their clearance operations in bandits and terrorist enclaves in Kaduna and other parts of the northwest zone, security operatives have rescued 3 people who were kidnapped by bandits along the Zaria-Kano road. The captives, according to security sources, were kidnapped from a neighboring state and taken down to Kaduna by their abductors. According to the Kaduna State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Arunwa, the victims were rescued by troops conducting patrols around Ongwan Namama along the Zaria-Kano road. He explained that the troops came in contact with the migrating bandits in the area and engaged them, during which the criminals abandoned their 3 captives and hastily escaped. The commissioner gave the names of the 3 rescued persons as Abdullahi Lawal, Sadia Salimanu, and her 10-month-old baby Fatima Salimanu. Anambra State government has commissioned a scientific probe into the sudden death of the wife of the suspended Transition Committee chairman of Nnewi North Local Government Area, late Mrs. Chidiebele Iloka. Iloka's death, which was reported last week, has been shrouded in mystery, leading some people to insinuate that she was murdered by her husband, who barely spent a week in office as Transition Committee chairman of Nnewi North. The suspicion led the state government to set up a panel made up of pathologists from both within and outside Anambra to conduct an autopsy and ascertain the actual cause of Mrs. Iloka's death. The panel was constituted at Nnamdi Azikiwe University Teaching Hospital, where the corpse of Iloka was deposited. A family of 7 were said to have died after eating a local delicacy mixed with vegetables and corn at Dambaza village in Maradun local government area of Zamfara State. The incident was said to have occurred immediately after the family ate the meal, popularly known as dambu, where 4 of the victims died on the spot. According to eyewitnesses' account, the 7 victims, that include 2 married women and 5 teenagers, lost their lives almost immediately they finished eating the local meal. The eyewitness account further disclosed that 3 out of the 7 members were rushed to the hospital, where they also died later on. Zamfara State Police Public Relations Officer Muhammad Shehu, who confirmed the incident, said the cause of death is yet to be ascertained as it is under investigation. Policemen in Katsina State who have distinguished themselves in the line of duty have been promoted by the Inspector General of Police. The officers are divisional crime officers and divisional police officers at various divisional police headquarters across Katsina State. Abdullahi Yamadi attended the decoration ceremony and now reports.
While decorating the police officers The Commissioner Dauda Dabang reminded them that the promotion came with the enormous responsibility of confronting insecurity bedeviling the state.
I think in geography before they said the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. But now the higher you go, the hotter it becomes. When we're in Sononi, they will tell you the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. But now the higher you go, the hotter it becomes. Some of us don't sleep in the night, and some of junior ranks, they sleep and snore. High responsibilities. There are certain things if you do before, nobody may care to ask you. But now, as a superior police, of course, most of you are the one holding. Now you are the one holding the higher position in the commands, like DPOs, DCOs, and whatever. So you have a lot in your hands to do. So we want you to perform up to the expectation.
The Katsina State Police boss says the command remains resolute in fighting terrorists until they are defeated. This must go side by side with increasing the resilience and improving professionalism of men and officers of the command to stand the test of time. The command is also saying the current fight against terrorism could only succeed if there is community participation and collaboration.
Because we will not take it lightly from you. You see people are suffering, see crime and criminality increasing on a daily basis. We assure the members of the public that we will do our possible best and they should collaborate with us so that we will succeed.
While commending the good people of Katsina State for standing firm behind police operatives at this crucial moment of insecurity, the police commissioner conversed for more synergy. The commissioner is therefore calling on the divisional police officers and their men to remain civil and friendly with their host communities, which is the only option to succeed in the fight against terrorism. Observers say the promotion of the police officers comes at a critical time, and this will go a long way in motivating the police to be more resolute in battling the terrorists. Most of the officers were promoted from the rank of assistant superintendents to superintendents of police. Abdullahi Ismayamadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
The Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Abiodun Alabi, is appealing to Lagosians to see men of the Nigerian police as members of their families and not just as friends. CP Alabi made the appeal at the Lagos State Stakeholders Forum on Police Accountability. The report.
The commissioner, who spoke on the topic community engagement, panacea for effective police performance, said the critical stakeholders should assist the police for a more proactive policing.
Let me start by saying that all our statutory duties embedded in Section 4 of the Police Act as amended is subsumed into protection of lives and properties. Other functions of the Nigerian Police Force statutorily, empowered us to do are subsumed in protection of lives and properties. And it's obvious that police cannot protect life and properties alone without the support of members of the community. There's a need for us to constantly engage members of the community. There's a need for us to imbibe the tenets and principles of community policing, which we are doing right now. And you agree with me that community engagement builds deeper, stronger, and lasting relationship between the police organization, public organization, and members of the community.
The coordinator of Stakeholders Forum on Police Accountability and Executive Director of Rule of Law and Accountability Advocacy Center, Okechukwu Nwaguma, while commending the police for taking disciplinary action against erring officers, urged the force to address the root causes of police misconduct, especially among the junior ranks.
I'm saying this because the media is here. We need to join our voices to condemn the unprovoked attack on police officers in the course of their duties. And we think that the family of the widow and the tender children of this officer should not be abandoned. Thank you very much.
The chairperson of the occasion and the founder, Crime Victims Foundation of Nigeria, Gloria Egbuji, said the idea of the program is to promote police accountability.
And most of their complaints have been that they want to do the right things, but their DPOs do not allow them. And when I opt to go and give me the name, let me tell the CP, they say no, they will reprimand them. They will post them to remove them from crime branch to any other place. Please, sir, if in one of your briefings, if they can allow them work, because the Police Accountability Forum are watching. They are also watching them, and none of them would like to see themselves reported in social media. Thank you so much, sir.
Highlights of the program was awards to 4 outstanding police officers, namely ACP Taiwo Kasumu, CSP Abubakar Aliyu, CSP Patricia Amadine, and ASP Adeyemo Ogunyemi for upholding professional policing standards.
And still staying in Lagos, the Lagos State government has extended the ban on commercial motorcycles, popularly known as Okada, to 4 more council areas. Transportation Commissioner Frederick Oladeinde, who disclosed this during a briefing in Lagos on Thursday, said the move followed a review of the impact of a similar ban in 6 local government areas. He listed the affected councils as Kosofe local government, Oshodi Solot local government, Shomolu local government, and Mushi local government. The commissioner assured Lagosians that the government has put measures in place to cushion the impact of the most recent ban on Okada in the commercial city, reiterating that the move is in the best interest of residents. Northern Bloc votes will not be wasted in the 2023 elections, even though the region has several candidates contesting the election. Director General of the Campaign of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, Abdulaziz Suleiman, said this at the lecture organized by the party in Kaduna. Bello Musa reports.
Some of the burning issues discussed at the lecture include bad governance, corruption, economic crisis, and general insecurity bedeviling the Northwest and the country at large. Participants say the region is tired of recycling of old crop of leaders and therefore will go for fresh leaders with fresh ideas to get the country out of the woods.
The North will not waste its votes recycling leaders who have been part of the problems of Nigeria. We are going to utilize our votes where it will serve Nigerians, where they will serve Nigerians, and by choosing a leader that will serve the country, not a leader that will expect the country to serve him.
ADC National Chairman Raf Nwosu said the summit is to build peace across diverse people in the North, adding that no economy will prosper in an atmosphere of rancor.
When you build peace, the economy will pick up, the security challenges will stop. The moment we have peace in this country, I bet you almost everything will automatically disappear. If we build peace, investors will come to this country. No investor will come, no matter the design you make. If you don't build peace and reduce the security challenges, no investor will come.
The participants believe that the lecture will go along in helping to build peace within and outside the zone, as well as help address insecurity in the region. Bello Musa, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
You're still watching Trust TV News Update. Coming up after the break, exclusive breastfeeding for newborns. Please stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're still watching the news update on Trust Television. Let's take a look at our top stories again. Police arrest 3 suspects, recover 20 corpses from Edo Shrine. And Lagos extends Okada ban to 4 more local government areas. And moving on to other stories now, the federal government says modalities have been put in place to ensure that adequate and appropriate capacity is built in line with its strategic roadmap and National Plan of Action on Aging. To this end, it is training master trainers who will develop human resource capacities that will help implement the objective of setting up the National Senior Citizen Center, the NSCC. The report. The aim is to, among other things, equip a national pool of trainers to be deployed for cascading training programs where needed on setting up and equipping model centers and care quality evaluation. It is also to develop benchmark statement and standard guidelines for establishment and administration of active senior citizens.
Understanding and acknowledging the core human worth that is the older person, and understanding that he or she is an individual whose independence and autonomy should be recognized, regardless of the continuum or the stretch of dependence, of vulnerability or frailty.
The training, which was on models of senior centers, core competencies in administration, program design, and care quality certification, was in partnership with the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs.
We all know that the overall action objective is that no one is left behind. And that's really the mantra of the DISD, that no one is left behind. So they're looking into the issues of the vulnerable, the very young, women, older persons, those with disability, those who are living in very rural and remote, hard-to-reach areas. And those are some of the people that the NSCC would definitely be looking out for.
At the core of delivering on this project is the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, which has pledged to strengthen partnership with the National Senior Citizens Center to institutionalize care for older persons in the country.
And part of our mandate is health promotion. How do we promote health? How do we make the senior citizens receive health and be healthy and live longer, like we have in Japan? These are some of the countries that if you go there, you see elderly people, very agile, and what makes that? What is the magic? It's good health.
At the training session, 40 select participants were equipped as NSCC go-to trainers and are expected to be NSCC's officers from the Department of Health and Social Services, Department of Senior Centers and Support Services, Elder Justice Department, Stakeholder Engagement, and Community Relations Department. Exclusive breastfeeding has been described as the appropriate feeding method for newborn babies, which protects babies from illnesses as well as provide them with the needed nutrients for growth. Dr. Mansour Abubakar, a pediatrician with the Federal Medical Center, Birnin Kebbi, made this statement in an interview in Kebbi State with Hamza Galadima. His report.
Exclusive breastfeeding, as prescribed by the World Health Organization, is the feeding of a newborn baby by mother's breast milk alone from birth to 6 months, and it's being championed now by medical practitioners because of the benefit derivable, as the mother's milk contains so much nutrients that could increase the baby's immunity as well as assist the mother to fight against illnesses.
Well, exclusive breastfeeding is the feeding of a newborn baby with only breast milk, mother's breast milk, for the first 6 months of life. Nothing except breast milk, except maybe, for example, if medications following illnesses, maybe medications prescribed. But except outside that, exclusive breastfeeding is feeding baby newborn for the first 6 months of life with only breast milk from the mother.
But people may wonder and ask why mother's milk when we have ready-made baby formulas to feed our babies with. Dr. Mansour Abubakar, a pediatrician with the Federal Medical Center, Birnin Kebbi, explained further that the mother's breast milk is the most appropriate food for the newborn baby, as it has many advantages that cannot be gotten from a man-made baby formula.
Well, the benefits, as you said, are from both sides. To the baby, he gets fed nutrition, he gets his nutrition primarily from the mother. That's the breast milk, which he requires for optimal growth of his brain and the body. It also protects through some condition like jaundice, neonatal jaundice. Also, breastfeeding also protects against that.
Dr. Masur also said science has shown that breastfeeding has helped in reducing infant mortality rate amongst newborn babies. Hamza Galadima Zuru reporting for Trust TV News from Benue Kebbi.
The Registrar General and Chief Executive Officer of the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, Garba Abubakar, has called on small and medium-scale entrepreneurs to register their businesses with the government. Abubakar, in an interview, explained that apart from boosting the nation's economy, the operators stand the chance of getting financial assistance from financial institutions. Musa Luka reports.
Thousands of small and medium-scale enterprises dot the length and breadth of the nation who are not yet registered with the government through the Corporate Affairs Commission. This, the Commission says, make the government not to be aware of their existence. This lack of registration is considered to be one of the factors affecting the nation's economy. The Registrar General of Corporate Affairs Commission, Garba Abubakar, explained that small enterprises are important in every economy, hence the need for their registration to enable them attract the needed assistance from the government.
Small businesses are the engine room of every economy, because the small woman, the woman selling gari, she feeds herself, she feeds her family from the proceeds. She's not a burden to anybody. All she needs is stability. Some that needs other things, to access funding, you have to formalize. So for those that need additional funding, either through government intervention or other things, some are coming forward to register, and we are seeing actually an increase in the number of registrations, particularly for business names. Now that the system is decentralized, from anywhere in the world you can register. You don't have to come to CSC physically. The cost of registration has actually come down. You don't need to pay a professional to register for you. All you need is to create an account in the company registration portal, and you are set to go.
Abubakar added that the Commission has simplified the registration process and cost by creating a direct link through which entrepreneurs can access the commissions without the intervention of middlemen. He said the cost of registration has also been cut down to 5,000 naira to ensure every entrepreneur can afford.
We have so many informal businesses that have not been captured in the tax net, and even the different regulators may not even know about their existence. Right from the woman selling groundnut on the roadside to the vulcanizer, they do businesses every day, they earn money, but they are not captured anywhere. Part of it is out of ignorance. Secondly, people are afraid of the cost. A lot of people don't know that you can even register yourself. So this is part of what we're trying to do, to enlighten people to know that you can approach CSC directly without going through any professional to register. And the federal government, as part of the survival fund intervention, actually approved and for CSC to register 250,000 businesses for free for Nigerians. And this was carried out fully. Every state had 6,606, except Lagos, Abia, and Kano. Lagos had about 9,000, Kano 8,000, and Abia about 7,000. And this was done for free.
As part of the federal government's effort through COVID-19 intervention, the Commission has freely registered 250,000 small-scale enterprises across the state. Musa Luka, Trust TV News, Abuja.
On the foreign scene, Algerian firefighters were Thursday battling a string of blazes fanned by drought and a blistering heat wave that has killed at least 38 people and left destruction in its waves. Deadly forest fires have become an annual scourge in a North African country where climate change is turning large areas into a tinderbox. According to multiple sources, including a local journalist and the fire service, at least 38 people have been killed, mostly in the El Taf region near Algeria's eastern border with Tunisia, which was baking in 48 degrees Celsius heat. At least 200 more people have suffered burns or respiratory problems from the smoke, according to various Algerian media. And in sports, Nigeria's Falconets overturned a goal deficit to thrash Canada 3-1 in their last Group C game at the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup early Thursday. A goalkeeping error had gifted the Canadians a second-minute lead via a Kayla Novak strike, but it took Nigeria 22 minutes to go level. Esther Onyenezide finished from the spot after a Canadian defender handled a goal-bound shot to bring her team to par. The win means Nigeria finished top of the group, having beaten France and South Korea by a lone goal each in their previous games. The team will play Group D runners-up, the Netherlands, in the quarterfinals on Sunday. And with our sports story, we've come to the end of News Update this hour. For more, do connect with us across all our social media platforms. I am Nten Ekpang. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.